The gatekeepers are now gone. That means that when you have an idea to build something, you no longer need to find a designer and hire a web developer and find a software engineer. You don't need that anymore. I have absolutely no background in computer science. I couldn't put 2 lines of code together to save my life. But over the last 3 months, I've built all kinds of crazy stuff. All you really need is you need, number one, to bring your ideas to the table, and then you simply need... All right, so I'm going to start this video by designing a brand new website. I'm going to use Claude Code, and I'm going to use Fable 5, which is the newest and most intelligent model of Claude Code. All I'm going to do is drop in my prompt and click enter. Now, while it's building that site, I want to show you a few sites that I built in the last 24 hours, some cool stuff. So this first one, the idea is you put in a piece of music and it's supposed to paint it. I don't know, kind of corny, but there it is. Here's a site called What's This Here Sauce? The premise is this is a subscription service where you pay a monthly subscription and every month you get a pack of 3 sauces. So this is kind of a cool site. This one I really liked, actually. It's called Bald and Bearded. But I built this site as a barber shop exclusively for people with shaved heads and big beards. This site, I told it to imagine the Japanese version of Apple, and this is the site it built. Their equivalent of the iPhone. It's got no notch, no camera island, no interruptions, a single piece of ceramic. This is the AirPods, and this is the watch. So I thought that was kind of cool, kind of a cool concept. This is a Korean brand of skincare product called Mulbeat. Mulbeat. And mul means water, and beat means something else. I can't remember. All right, so yeah, that's the basic concept of this website. Here are the products. This doesn't actually exist. It's just an idea that I threw together. Then this one was really cool. It's a premium brand of high-end t-shirts. And this is the cool part. So when you go to the colors, if you choose white, the whole website changes. So whatever color shirt you choose, that's what color the website changes to. Cream, olive, blue, and black. Cream is my favorite. I love the parallax effect. Here's another one. It's called Still Point Body Works. The whole point, I built this for a massage therapist. Some really cool kind of animations and interactions. I like this. You hover over a part of the body and it shows what happens in that part of the body. Don't know why they included one for the butthole, but okay. And this is cool. You should try this. Inhale. You do this every night before you go to sleep. I do this when I lay down at night, actually, 4-4-6. And it lowers your blood pressure. It causes you to calm down. It helps you get to sleep more quickly. So yeah, there's some cool interactions on this site that I thought were really cool. There's no photography here though, which is really, really interesting. And then this one was actually quite fun. Basically, I gave it the show Bible for a comedy drama series that I have an idea for and said, turn it into a 1-scene pitch. And so it read through the show Bible and read through the arc of kind of the storyline, and then it did a pitch. This is basically about a thug from South Central who was secretly a world-renowned psychologist, published under a pseudonym, has to run for his life from South Central Los Angeles, and takes a professorship at Harvard University. So Harvard's excited because this reclusive psychological genius has agreed to become a professor there. But they're basically baffled when basically Ice Cube shows up in a blue Impala. Thug therapist, when the streets of South Central meet the halls of Harvard. That was kind of my idea for a series. And this site is the pitch. So as you can see, Fable 5 is awesome at building websites. And matter of fact, what I found is that Claude Code, and now specifically Fable 5, is probably the best at designing websites. I've tried Codex, but I've found consistently Claude Code gives me better websites. And I was building them with Opus 4.6, 4.7, 4.8. But now that Fable 5 has come out, the websites are even on another level. So now I got a couple of things that are going to help you. The first thing is I've got this free PDF called Build Your Website with AI. And it just kind of walks you through a process of building your website with AI. And really, it's about how to build your prompt. I mean, that's the primary thing that this PDF walks you through and helps you understand is how to build your prompt. Now, the cool thing though is that you can just talk to AI the way you talk to another human being in plain language. You don't have to have a perfect prompt, but figuring out how to improve your prompting just helps you get to your desired result a bit more quickly, and it's more effective, it's more efficient, and it saves tokens. But here's the problem. What do you do if you don't have a Claude Code account or you don't have the max Claude Code account? For myself, I've got the $200 a month Claude Code account and the $100 a month OpenAI ChatGPT Codex account. So I use both of those. Some functions Codex does better than Claude, and other functions Claude does better than Codex. And so I use them for different things. For building websites, Claude Code is better. But what if you don't have Claude Code, and what if you don't have Codex? Are you locked out of the AI website game? Well, the answer is no. I mean, there are a bunch of sites like Wix and like Squarespace, and there's newer stuff that actually uses AI to build websites like Lovable and Replit. The problem with those hosted solutions is that they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for hosting. So by the time you get done building your website, paying for all of the tokens you have to buy to build the website, then when you go to host it, it's $16, $17, $18, $20 a month. And after the first year, it just goes higher and higher and higher. I talked to a friend the other day, and he paid $1,000 for a year of hosting 2 websites on one of these platforms. That is exorbitant. It's exorbitant beyond measure. So the problem that we've discovered is that AI has largely solved the problem of web design and web development and all of that, web building your websites, no problem, AI. The problem is hosting, right? So even if you have a Claude Code account, you're going to need to host your website. So you tell it, I want you to build this website. It builds you a beautiful website, an awesome website. But now it's going to say, okay, now you got to host the website, and where are you going to host it? You got to buy a domain, you got to host the website. And another problem is that a lot of these programs that build AI websites for you, they use lower models of Claude Code or Codex. They'll, instead of using Fable 5, they'll use Sonnet or they'll use Haiku. And those will actually produce pretty good websites for you, but they're fairly generic and kind of low quality. So what I did was I built something called SiteLauncher.ai. SiteLauncher.ai. SiteLauncher allows you to build and host your website for as little as $2.99 a month. Now, how does SiteLauncher work? Basically, you just talk in plain English to SiteLauncher. You don't need a perfect prompt for this because my system's going to lead you through the process of honing your prompt after you put it in. So you can always grab my free PDF. There's a link to it in the description of this video, and you can do it yourself, which is highly advisable and quite easy. Or you can go to SiteLauncher.ai and build your website for free and then host it for super, super cheap. I haven't found another platform that hosts your website for as little as $2.99 a month. Oh, and this is the best part. SiteLauncher.ai actually uses Fable 5 to build your website. So it's actually using the most up-to-date and most intelligent model. So you literally can build your website with Fable 5 without even having a Claude Code account. That is an awesome, awesome thing. A Claude Code account at my level costs a minimum of $100 a month. You can do this for $2.99 a month. Build it at SiteLauncher.ai. So check that out. Now here's the thing. I know this is the first video on this channel and I just jumped right into it. I want to tell you what this channel is all about. The gatekeepers are now gone. What does that mean? That means that when you have an idea to build something, you no longer need to find a designer and hire a web developer and find a software engineer. You don't need that anymore. You can be the designer, you can be the developer, you can be the engineer. All you got to do is talk to the AI platform and tell it what you want it to build. So I have absolutely no background in computer science. I've never taken a computer science course. I couldn't put 2 lines of code together to save my life. In fact, I couldn't put 1 line of code together. I couldn't write a single line of code. But over the last 3 months, I've built all kinds of crazy stuff. All you really need to build all kinds of crazy stuff now is you need, number 1, to bring your ideas to the table. And then you simply need the resilience to keep working on them until they're done. That's all you need is ideation and resilience. That's it. So what I want to do is I talk to a lot of people who have ideas and they're thinking about, getting started, and they're thinking about how to move forward, but they're researching. You don't need to research anymore. You just need to open up Claude Code or open up Codex or open up Gemini and say, build me this, build me that. Now, there's a lot of AI channels out there, and I watch a lot of AI channels out there, but a lot of these guys, they're not even working in the app. They're working in some type of terminal environment. I don't even know how to do that. I look at a lot of these AI channels. I'm like, I wouldn't even know how to start. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you're doing it. Or they show what they've built. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is because I'm not a developer. I'm not an engineer. But I do know what makes my life easy. And I wanted to start. I've built all kinds of programs over the last 3 months, and I got a lot to share with you and a lot to show you. But I wanted to start with websites because I wanted you to see how super simple this is, how easy this is. The first level is start building websites with AI. This is just the low-hanging fruit. Build some websites. Before you try to build an app, before you try to build, software, just build a website. And it's so easy. All right, if you got any value out of this video, do me a favor and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help to get the word out about this content. Thank you so much for watching. But remember, above all, make it your aim to sleep in peace. But above all, make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, and walk in love every day. And with that being said, this is Benjamin signing out.